The decline of American-made. If you ask a random group of individuals on the street, they will tell you that America no longer manufactures anything. Wherever you look, you'll see "Made in China." That, however, is not the case. The United States is still the world's second largest manufacturer. Although the United States used to be the world's top manufacturing hub, China has held the position for more than a decade now. The total value of goods produced in the US surpasses that of China, South Korea, Canada, and Mexico combined, despite the fact that wages per hour in American manufacturing companies are 77% greater than wages in those countries. Manufacturing output is nearly at an all-time high. Since the golden age of the 1980s, technology and new ways of arranging work have changed the American factory. Today, manufacturers in the United States produce twice as much as they did in 1984, but with a third fewer workforce. So, why is it so hard to find American-made products nowadays? There are various factors that make it appear as if there is a decline of American-made. Number 1. Decline in manufacturing jobs. As with all misconceptions, there is some element of fact in what people say. Since 2000, the number of industrial jobs has decreased by nearly 5 million, from 17.3 million at the time of the revolution to 12.3 million in 2015. The situation was entirely different during World War II. That time, America was the arsenal of democracy and manufacturing, generated more than a third of domestic jobs in the United States. But in 2015, that share dropped to just 8.7%. Manufacturing presently needs to hire fewer people than other services, like retail, medical services, professional and business services, and hospitality does. Manufacturing jobs are on the wane as the industry becomes increasingly automated. Manufacturing has become much more efficient as a result of technological advancements. Most things were created by craftspersons before the Industrial Revolutions. The start of industrialization coincided with the invention of technologies, such as the coal-powered steam engine, which accelerated the pace of work. As countries became more industrialized, factories grew in size and output. So, as technology has improved performance, fewer jobs are relevant to the field. The reduction in manufacturing jobs may give the impression that America has decentralized, but this is not the case. America still manufactures a wide variety of goods, while the number of employment has decreased as a result of the fact that it no longer requires quite as many workers as it once did. Number 2. Dramatic rise of cheap Chinese products. Amazon.com is the world's largest online retailer, and many of the items it offers are manufactured in China. This was not a coincidental occurrence. During a 2017 presentation, Amazon sales director Alicia Liu remarked, "We assist factories to open accounts on Amazon and sell to American consumers directly." According to Marketplace Pulse, third-party sellers now account for more than half of Amazon's sales, with China accounting for about half of those third-party vendors. There have been repercussions. China's rise to the top of the world manufacturing industry was contributed by cheap and plentiful labor, land, raw materials, and lax environmental regulations. In 1980, the average yearly wage in China was between $416 and $508, whereas the average annual salary in the United States was 40 to 50 times higher. As a result, Chinese items are far less expensive than American products, allowing them to be widely purchased. Meanwhile, products made in the United States are invariably of higher quality and cost than those made in nations with lower labor costs, such as China, Vietnam, and Mexico. Counterfeit goods, low-quality things made by underpaid employees, and products lacking the fundamental safety certificates that Americans take for granted are all challenges that American manufacturers face. Besides that, a scourge of bogus reviews make these unreliable products appear to be absolutely fantastic. Number 3. Made in USA labeling is not simple. Another reason for the decline of American-made products is its complicated labeling procedure. According to the Federal Trade Commission, items can only contain a minimal portion of foreign components in order to be marketed as made in USA. In theory, this is a fine idea, but in fact, labeling laws can cause more harm than good. Maglite flashlights are primarily designed and manufactured in California. Despite this, state law prohibits the use of a Made in USA label on a brand containing a single foreign-made component. According to Anthony Maglica, president of Mag Instrument Inc., there are some products that are simply not available or are otherwise impractical to get from any domestic supplier. As a result, many of the best American-made goods are mistaken for imports. Number 4. Disseminated manufacturing. Distributive manufacturing is also responsible for this change, as several domestic industries rely on foreign industries, and vice versa. Hillerick and Bradsby manufactures wooden baseball bats in Kentucky and metal bats in China. KitchenAid makes classic stand mixers in Ohio, but the rest of their products are made in other countries. Honda is the considerably American auto manufacturer in terms of both parts and labor. Conclusion: manufacturing in the United States is far from dead. American-made products appear to be in decline, but they are just not as prominent due to the upsurge of inexpensive alternatives. in the market and the expansion of low-skilled manufacturing in China and other developing countries. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoy this kind of content, I encourage you to subscribe so you won't miss future videos. Also, if you would like to support my channel, leave a thumbs up, as it helps the channel to grow and lets me improve the quality of the videos. See ya in the next video.